every one of y'all, we have reserved this atrium just for you. We got deck 3, deck 4, deck 5. Get ready up top, baby. We see y'all in the rafters.
Hey everyone, this is Sharon from Sharonatsea, and we are here today on the Carnival Splendor with DJ XTREME.
Hey!
And we're lucky that he was able to take a few moments away from his busy schedule to talk with us. So we're going to ask him a few questions and find out the life of the DJ.
Let's do it.
All right. So, as far as being a DJ, is it something you've always wanted to do? Do you do it at land as well as at sea?
I've been a DJ my entire life. This is all I've ever done. So you can say I've never worked a day in my life because I love what I do.
Wow, that's great.
I don't call it work. So we're basically looking at about 26 years and rolling. I do this on land as well as at sea.
Okay.
And I love every minute of both of them. Being at sea, much more though.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so how did you become a DJ? What?
So it's a funny story, okay? When I was younger, my parents used to take me to these resorts in the Pocono Mountains. I'm from New York, so hey, Yankees, Giants. Anyway, so my parents used to take me to these resorts for our vacation, family vacation. And at the resorts, they would have a youth program that I was involved in, and they would have a disco. Well, I would go to the disco, and where most of the kids were dancing and all of that, I would go up and watch the DJ, and all I did was watch him for weeks at a time. And finally, at the end of, I'd say, the third year going up there, the same DJ every time, he finally said, what are you doing? You know, and I told him, I said, I love what you do. And that's how it started, right from there. He actually trained me, believe it or not, and I went and I moved up to where he was living in the Catskill Mountains, and I trained with him, and I apprenticed under him for a while, and then at the end of some time, you've got DJ XTREME. Here he is.
All right. Well, so that answered another question, is where you're from and originally, and do you have a lot of family there? And do you still live there? Or?
Well, my family's in New York. I was born and raised in New York, Queens. My parents are still there. Of course, I have some uncles and aunts spread out through New Jersey and New York and all over. Family in the South. So we're kind of spread all over the place. Presently, I live out in Florida. So.
Okay. All right. So, you know, we've cruised a lot, and we noticed that, you know, there's rarely anyone that works from the U.S. that works on a cruise ship. Is it hard for you with, you know, all the culture in different countries, or do you find it exciting?
It's actually one of the best things. It's one of the best things because people from all over the world come together, and the day we join the ships, we're automatically family. I might not know you, you might not know me, but we know each other and we love each other. We do everything we can for each other, and it's one big happy family, and we're all here. And the thing that brings us most together is delivering the best guest experience we can. When we come together and we're comfortable with each other, friends, and we become family, it makes things so much easier to give you the vacation of a lifetime.
Right, great. All right. Well, what kind of schedule, as far as a DJ, kind of schedule do you have on the cruise ship? How busy are you? You know, do you have days off every week when you cruise, or just maybe every few weeks, or what types of things do you do when you have a day off? What
we have basically is my position floats around you. So basically, when you're on the ship, I'm working. But if you're off the ship, then I'm not working, or at least I'm not performing.
Right.
We do a lot of other things like, you know, back off stuff and things like that, but primarily for our performance schedules, it's mostly when you're here for us to entertain you. Okay. So it's a long day, most days. Sea days longer than port days, of course, because when the ship is docked and you're off the ship, I'm off the ship as well. So the schedule is good, but it rounds itself out. So we don't get days off. We get hours off. So basically, like I said, if we're in port and you're off the ship, well, there's really no reason for us to be playing, so we're off the ship, you know, or we're resting, you know. We don't get off in every. I don't get off in every port, you know. Some of them I do, but for the most part, that's our rest time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any favorite thing to do? Any favorite port that you like to get off on and do anything in?
I have a bunch. But I've been. This is. I'm celebrating my 4th year with Carnival, and this is ship number 13 in 4 years.
Okay.
So I've been all over the Caribbean. I'm so blessed to have this job. The first thing I can honestly say is it's a blessing to be here. Carnival is an amazing family to be a part of, and I love it. I just. It's the best. But back to the port thing, you know, Puerto Rico, of course, my heritage. So that's where I love going to Puerto Rico. Cozumel is my ultimate favorite port. I have a lot of friends that I've built there from going so many times. And on this particular run, since we are on the Carnival Splendor, Puerto Vallarta is just the most beautiful place to be at.
Okay. So now, what if you get sick, as far as like you get so sick where you lose your voice or something like that? What do they do? Do they have a backup person for you? Do they just eliminate some of those activities for the day? Or it may have not happened, but if it did.
It's actually, I've lost my voice a few times. There's some hidden secrets as far as like, you know, hot tea with honey, you know, things like that. But you'd be surprised actually how much that works. We do put a lot of strain on our voices and things like that, but vitamins every day, we stay healthy, we eat right. I'm in the gym, we all go to the gym. But if you do get that downtime, I have a partner in crime. He is the host DJ. Okay. He'll be the one that opens up my nights for me in the nightclub, and sometimes he'll play on the Lido deck. But if my voice was to go down, he is right there to go ahead and fill in. But most of the activities that I do, I can get away sometimes with minimal talking, some depending what it is. But like I said, there's remedies for everything, and of course the medical center is here if we need anything at all. So,
okay, great. So how do you decide what type of music to play? Is it something you change up each week depending on the crowd? Say if it's like, if you know it's going to be like a spring break crowd, you know, would you change it up to that versus maybe an older crowd? Or
so it's a very complicated thing, but there is an equation to it. Okay, yes, we'll check the charts before the cruise starts, and the charts are great to have, but you never know what's going to come because you don't get a breakdown of every single person.
Right.
So the best thing to do is, and being a DJ, one of our biggest talents is being able to read a crowd. When you look at a crowd, I can see everything from who's gonna dance, who's not gonna dance, who's here to party, who's just here, who's really having a great time. And then the best ones are who are my party starters. You can tell all that just by looking at someone. Like, you're a party starter, I know you are. She's a party girl, don't let her let you down, guys. So anyway, the party starters are the ones we go to first, because those are the ones with the big smiles, and and they're the ones you know you can go to and be like, come on guys, let's have some fun. Music switches by the moment. Every song, there's never a set that I can do that'll be the same, because every moment in time is different. So what song I'm playing now might work for you, but the person in the left-hand corner doesn't like that song. Well, it's our job to make sure everyone gets the total guest experience the way they want it to happen.
Do you have a favorite type of music that you enjoy playing or interacting with more than others, or just or you just like everything?
So I'm labeled as an open format DJ. An open format DJ is someone who plays every genre, every era, every type of music that's there. So my sets will consist of everything from the 60s all the way up, sometimes the 50s too, but it'll go all the way up to today, and it comes across as dance music, hip-hop dance music, house music, oldies but the goodies, the Motown, you know, we play everything, and ultimately on the ship, like I said, you'll never know who's coming, so you have to have everything in your arsenal ready to go.
Yeah. So is it harder, per se, when you're on a smaller ship like the Splendor, harder to, I guess, keep people entertained versus being on a larger ship, you know, like the Breeze or the Vista, where there's so many more activities around, kind of
the bigger ships are actually, they're my favorites. Like the Breeze, I literally fell in love with the Breeze. She's such an
That's our
amazing
favorite ship.
I actually did a back-to-back 12 months on the Breeze. I did 6 months, took a little bit of time off to go to another ship for a few weeks, and then went back to the Breeze. She's an amazing ship. Like, most of our ships are awesome. All of our ships are amazing. But the little ones, I would say, like the fantasy class ships, those are the biggest, craziest party ships, because first-time cruisers are going on them first, and they're just coming to party, you know. Then you get our conquest class, like, you know, the Splendor and that size ship, which is a little bit bigger of an audience, but they're more versed. The demographic is going to be wider, and ultimately, they're also party crowds, you know. But the big ships, the big ladies, they're great. You know, we have so many activities, so many opportunities for the DJs to be involved in the activities, and man, people just come to party, and it's a great thing. So they're really all the same, as we're gonna have a party no matter where we are. It's just the amount of people that gets challenging.
Okay. So how long are your contracts usually, or do you get a choice on, can you pick a certain length of a contract, or is there a set contract that you just have to take, you know, so many months, or how does that work?
So we do, basically what we do is we work on a contractly basis, as we're saying, and our opportunities are 2, 4, or 6 months. I personally will always do 6-month contracts, because the ships that we're picking, we have a lot to do with. So basically, we will, you know, ask for the ships we want. And so I'm saying, if I'm going to get the ship that I want to be on her as long as I want. I love being at sea. It's an amazing experience, because every moment is different. You know, every day is different, and then every week is different. But I'm reaching thousands of people with my music every week, and that is the biggest thing, to be able to share my talents with people from all over the world. So I go for the long ones, but some people go for 2, some people go for 4. It all depends, you know, what your time frames are.
Right. Okay. So what do you have lined up going forward? Will you be staying on the Splendor a while longer, or do you have any other ships in your future?
So, I mean, like I said, you know, 13 ships in 4 years. I get around, ladies and gentlemen. You will find me on a Carnival ship, I promise you. But I'm going to be on the Splendor until the end of July, and then I'm going home for a few weeks, get a little bit of time with the family, and after that, on September 16th, I will be joining your Carnival Horizon.
All right.
That's right, guys, and I'm going to be taking the Horizon from New York to the 305 to Miami, and I'll be on her for 1 month, from September till October 20th, and then I will fly to Galveston, and I will be joining her sister, the Carnival Vista, and I'll be on the Vista until April of 2019.
All right. Wow. So for anyone who has not lucky enough to cruise with you, is there some social media sites or websites or anything they can go to and kind of get a little bit of DJ Extreme?
Of course. So what you can do is, if you go to book DJ Extreme, no E, DJ XTREME, bookdjextreme.com, that will take you right to my social media outlets. Follow, friend, and like. Make sure you send me a message, let me know you saw about me, heard about me in the interview with Miss Sharon, and I'm going to add you guys. I hope to cruise with every one of you soon. All
right. Lastly, most importantly,
of course,
at the next deck party, will you give a shout out for Sharon at Sea if I'm there?
100%. I will actually do it. I'll do it tomorrow at St. Jude's. Crew for St. Jude, our biggest event.
We'll be there.
Sharon at Sea, guys. 2 thumbs up. DJ Extreme, 2 thumbs up.
We'll have our St. Jude shirts on.
Yes, baby. We will see you on a fun ship soon.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sharon. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
This was great. Thank you.